my mind is loud. Your shadow lingers on the couch. I rehearse the words I never speak. They sound so brave when no one hears me. I hold my breath when you say my name, like it might give me away. There are soft things I never said. They rest between us instead, in the pause before goodnight, in the way I almost try. There are soft things I never said, and maybe that's how I loved you best. Your coffee's cold, it's getting late. We talk in circles, hesitate. I smile like I don't feel a thing, but every silence pulls me in. If you lean closer, I just might lose every reason to stay quiet. There are soft things I never said. They live inside my head, in the glance I couldn't hold, in the truth I never told. There are soft things I never said, and maybe that's how I loved you best. If love is loud, then mine was small. A folded note, a missed call, but it was real, I swear it was, even if it stayed, because there are soft things I never said. I let them stay unsaid, like a song without a name, like a fire without a flame. There are soft things I never said, and maybe silence was enough. So I'll keep them safe tonight. These quiet truths, this gentle ache, the soft things I never said. If you knew what I was thinking when you laugh and look away, you might hear my heart replying to the things you never say. I pretend it's just a feeling that will pass with time, but it lingers every evening like a line I can't rewrite. If you knew how much I feel, you might stay a little while. You might see the cracks I'm hiding in this almost careless smile. If you knew the words I choose not to use, maybe I'd be brave enough to try. If you knew, we talk like nothing's on the line, like this moment doesn't ache, but every time you say goodbye, I feel something start to break. I tell myself it's safer to keep this to myself, but silence has its way of being louder than I felt. If you knew how much I feel, you might call this something real. You might hold my hand a second longer before you let it go. If you knew the truth I almost say every time you're close. If you knew, maybe love is not a spark, but a quiet, patient flame, waiting in the dark for someone brave enough to name it. If you knew how much I feel, I wouldn't have to guess, I wouldn't read between the lines or settle for less. If you knew, I wouldn't sing it like this, so softly under my breath. But you don't, so I keep it here. If you knew. There's a seat across from you that I pretend I don't choose, but I always end up there with my hands around the truth. Your cup is half empty now, mine's been cold for a while. We talk about the weather like it's something that might help. Every word is safe and small, every glance is everything. From a seat across from you, I learn all the ways I won't move. I smile when you lean back, like my heart isn't doing that. There's a world I never say, just sitting inches away from a seat across from you. Your fingers trace the rim of a cup you don't finish. I wonder if you know how close you are to my limit. The clock is being rude, ticking louder than we do. I count the seconds slowly between your jokes and truth. I nod like I'm not afraid of what I might confess. From a seat across from you, I practice being untrue. I laugh at all the right times and hide behind the lines. There's a sentence I delay with every word I say. From a seat across from you, if I reached across the table, would the moment disappear? Or would you finally hear what I've been holding here? From a seat across from you, I almost changed the rules, but almost all I ever do when I'm this close to you. So I leave it where it stays, between the cups and plates. From a seat across from you. We stand, we say goodbye, like nothing almost changed, but I carry it with me, that seat across from you. We were almost something good, almost brave enough. You'd say my name like it was safe, I'd say yours like it was love. Every moment felt so close, but never crossed the line. We were almost always right where we shouldn't stay, close enough to feel it, too careful to be brave. We were almost always everything but true. I learned how to love quietly by almost loving you. Your coat still hangs by my door, like you might come back in. We talked like there was time to spare, like timing wasn't everything. I waited for a sign, you waited for the same. We were almost always a question never asked, a future we kept folding into the present past. We were almost always something we could lose, so we kept it where it was, almost me and you. Maybe love needs movement, maybe we stood still, afraid that one step forward would break the spell. We were almost always soft and undefined, a feeling we protected by leaving it behind. We were almost always, and maybe that's the truth. Some loves are only meant to be almost through and through. So I don't call it heartbreak, I don't call it wrong, just something that felt like love for almost this long. We lost track of the hours somehow. The city felt quieter by now. You talked, I listened, time behaved like it was ours to waste. No promises in what we said, just moments gently placed. The night stayed soft and kind, like it didn't need a sign. Nothing changed, but something eased in the way you walk with me. We didn't name it, we didn't try, but the night stayed, and that felt right. Your coat brushed against my sleeve, just close enough to make me breathe. We stopped beneath the fading light, neither one of us in a hurry to say goodbye. Some feelings don't ask to grow, they just want space to be. The night stayed warm and slow, like it knew what we both know. Nothing started, nothing broke, but I didn't feel alone. We let it rest We let it lie, but the night stayed, and so did I. Maybe love isn't always loud, maybe it's calm, maybe it's now. The night stayed just enough to remind my heart to trust. Not in forever, not in fate, just in moments we don't take. We didn't hold it, we let it pass, but the night stayed like a photograph. Morning came, soft and new. The night stayed because of you. I'm trying not to smile when you say my name, like it doesn't mean a thing, like it doesn't stay. You're standing far too close, talking like it's fine. I nod like I'm not counting every space between the lines. I tell my heart to behave like it hasn't learned your face. I'm trying not to smile, I'm trying not to lean in, trying not to let it show how easily I give in. I keep my voice steady, I keep my hands still, but every quiet moment feels louder than my will. You laugh then look away, like you don't quite know how your tone rearranges everything I thought I'd control. I pretend I'm listening to every word you say, but I'm busy memorizing how you almost feel the same. I act like this is easy, like I haven't crossed a line. I'm trying not to smile, like I'm not already gone, trying not to name the thing I've been carrying along. I keep it light and simple, I keep it small and mild, but it's getting hard to hide it. I'm trying not to smile. If you notice, please don't say, let me keep this just one day. I'm trying not to smile, I'm trying not to try to turn this into something I don't have to justify. So I breathe and let it pass like I always do. I'm trying not to smile, but it's harder with you. I look away too late, I'm trying not to smile. We could call it nothing, just a habit we made, like meeting up on Thursdays or knowing what you'll say. I shrug like it's easy, like it doesn't mean much, but I notice every detail when you're talking too much. I laugh like I don't care, like I haven't rehearsed this. We could call it nothing if that helps us sleep. We could say it's just a feeling that we don't intend to keep. I'll pretend I don't feel it, you can do the same. We could call it nothing, just to keep it safe. You say it's not that deep, I nod like I agree, but something in your tone is saying more to me. We dance around the question like it's better left alone. I act like I don't notice how your hand finds my own. I tell myself it's fine not to look too close. We could call it nothing, just a moment passing by. We don't have to give it weight, we don't have to ask it why. I'll keep my voice steady, you keep yours the same. We could call it nothing, just to keep it safe. If we name it, we might lose it. If we leave it, it might stay. So we call it nothing like it doesn't matter at all, but it follows me home every time you call. I won't say I need it, you won't say you do. We could call it nothing, but it's never nothing with you. We don't call it love, we don't call it wrong. We could call it nothing for now. The window's open just a bit, the curtain moves like it knows this. You're talking but I miss a word, something about the way you lean. Your voice is lighter than before, like it's not trying so hard anymore. I'm not alone, but all I see is how close you are to me. The space between us changes shape without a sound. You leaned in just enough, like you weren't afraid of us. I felt it in the air, like something sweet was happening there. We didn't rush, we didn't pretend, but something moved when you leaned in. Rests easy by my side, not reaching but not trying to hide. The room feels bigger than it was, like we let a little daylight in. I catch myself forgetting how careful I used to be till now. It's not a promise, not a sign, just a moment feeling kind. I don't look away this time. You soft and slow, like you already seem to know. I felt it in my chest, that quiet hope I like the best. No change, but everything felt a little more like truth. We didn't name it, we didn't pretend, but something moved when you leaned in. The curtain sways, the daylight wins. I smile when I remember how you leaned in, how you leaned in, how you leaned in. I practiced not loving you like it was something you could learn. I folded up my feelings and waited for my turn. I told myself I'd be fine if I just gave it time. Like time was ever good at changing hearts like mine. I said your name a little less, but it still sounded the same. I practiced not loving you like a line I could erase. I smiled through the habit of wanting you to stay. I did everything right, I followed all the rules, but every quiet moment still led me back to you. I kept my distance carefully, measured every step. I laughed a little louder so you wouldn't hear the rest. I told myself it's easier to leave things undefined, but every part of me was already on your side. I tried to let it go without asking why. I practiced not loving you like love was just a phase. I learned how to pretend I wasn't feeling this way. I stayed calm, I stayed kind, I stayed right on cue, but all my best intentions still sounded just like you. Maybe love isn't a choice, maybe it's a tune that plays no matter how you try to change the room. I practice not loving you, the truth. I got so good at almost that I forgot what to do. I don't call it regret, I don't call it wrong. I just practice not loving you for far too long. It never works so long. You tell a story I've heard before. Nothing funny, nothing more, but something in your voice tonight catches me off guard. I try to listen, I really do, but my heart's a little loose. It trips on things I didn't plan and falls too hard. I should be quiet, I should be kind. Instead I'm laughing at the wrong time. I'm laughing at the wrong time. When you say you're doing fine, like I know something you don't like. I crossed an invisible line. I cover it with a smile like I always do. But I'm laughing at the wrong time, because I care about you. You stop and look at me like you're trying to read my face. I shake my head and say I'm fine, like that explains it. The room feels smaller than before. I can't hide behind my words. Every little thing I do feels obvious. I should have kept it light. I should have known better. I'm laughing at the wrong time, when this isn't meant to hurt. But my heart doesn't know the rules, it just blurts. I act like it's nothing, like I don't mean to. But I'm laughing at the wrong time, because I care about you. Maybe love isn't graceful, maybe it slips out of your hands, out of your lips. I'm laughing at the wrong time, trying not to let it show. But you already know me better than I want you to know. I don't say it out loud, I don't wanna lose. But I'm laughing at the wrong time, and it sounds like truth. So I look away just a second too late. I write your name then cross it out, like it was safer not to know how the words would sound if they were real, if you were meant to feel them too. I fold the page, I smooth the lines. I tell myself it's just to pass the time, but every sentence knows the truth. I'm still writing all of this for you. I don't need you to reply, I just need to say it once. These are letters I'll never send, they don't need an end. They live between my hands and the things I didn't do. These are letters I'll never send, not asking you to understand, just proof that I was honest even when I kept it to myself. I'd say I loved you in my way, quietly, without a name. I I'd say I tried to do what's right. Even when I stayed, I'd say I hope you're doing well. And I don't need to know the rest. Some feelings aren't meant to move, they're meant to teach you how to lose. I don't wish you back tonight, I just wish you knew. These are letters I'll never send. They don't need to mend what time already bent. They say what I couldn't say. These are letters I'll never send. I don't need you in the end, just somewhere safe to put the love I couldn't spend. Maybe love is writing things you never planned to share, just to see them once and know they were there. These are letters I'll never send. I let them rest like a thought I don't defend. They don't ask for more, they don't pretend. These are letters I'll never send. And somehow that's enough. I fold the page, I turn the light off and let it stay. This love is small, it doesn't ask for much. It fits inside the quiet and rests between the rush. It doesn't need a reason, it doesn't need a name. It stays when I'm not looking and leaves without a trace. I used to think it had to hurt to mean something at all, but this love is small and it feels right. It doesn't keep me up at night, it doesn't pull, it doesn't fall, it just exists, and that's enough. I don't imagine futures now, I don't rewind the past, I let the moment settle. Instead of making it last, your voice still finds me sometimes, but it doesn't ask to stay. It's more like gentle weather than a thing that needs to change. I don't need it to grow, I don't need it to go. This love is small, it doesn't fight, it doesn't beg to be defined. It doesn't rush, it doesn't call, it just arrives, and then it's gone. Maybe love was never meant to be the center of it all. Maybe it's just something warm that visits when you're calm. This love is small, but it is mine. It doesn't blur the lines, it doesn't stay, it doesn't stall, it lets me be, and that's enough. So I don't hold it, used to wait for something more, a clearer sign, an open door. But lately I've been sleeping fine, without an answer in my mind. I still see you from time to time in coffee shops and passing lines. It doesn't sting the way it did, it's just a thought I let exist. I don't need to tell you, I don't need you to know. It's just between me and me, this little honesty. I don't have to say it out loud to let it set me free. I don't need a name, I don't need a scene. It's just between me and me. I learned how to keep things light, how to walk myself home at night without replaying every sound or wondering what I left out. I used to think that love was proof, something you show, something you lose. But now I think it's sometimes small and doesn't ask for much at all. I don't owe an ending, I don't owe the truth. It's just between me and me, this quiet clarity. I don't have to make it real for it to mean something to me. I don't need to change, I don't need to be anything more than me. Maybe some feelings come and go, just to teach you what you already know, that you're allowed to keep a part of your heart. It's just between me and me, no apology. I let it stay, I let it fade exactly how it needs to be. I don't need forever, I don't need to see what this could have been. It's just between me and me. I turn the light off, I feel complete. It's just between me and me. I keep finding reasons to stay a little late, like time might do the talking if I hesitate. You're telling me a story I've heard 1,000 times, but every word still lands like it's the first tonight. I don't know how it happened, I just know it's true. And right before I say it, right before your name, right before I turn this into something I can't change, if I take one step closer, I won't be the same. So I stay right here before I say it. Your hand is almost touching mine, like it's not on purpose, and I pretend I don't notice how my whole world shifts. I've learned your little habits, the way you look away when you're feeling something you don't want this honest, this soft. If I say it tomorrow or never at all, just know my heart was yours right before I said I smile, you smile back, and I let the moment stay. You didn't say it, I didn't ask, but the room felt different after that. Like we'd crossed a line without a sound, and neither one of us turned around. I don't need to hear it yet, I can feel it in the way you stayed. Something we both felt in the space between our words. Something we both felt like it didn't need to be heard. You smiled like you knew, I smiled like I did too. Something we both felt, and let it be enough. Your voice was softer than before, like you weren't hiding it anymore. I noticed how you said my name, and it didn't sound the same. I used to fill the quiet up, now I let it breathe. Something we both felt in the pause before goodbye. Something we both felt in the way you met my eyes. I didn't need to ask, you didn't need to say. Something we both felt and carried away. Maybe love doesn't rush, maybe it waits for the moment you stop being afraid. Something we both felt, not a promise, not a plan, just a gentle understanding I could hold inside my hands. If we say it tomorrow, I'll leave it right here. Something we both felt is already clear. We didn't say a thing, but everything changed. I thought about this long enough, in quiet rooms, impassioned thoughts. I don't feel nervous like before. It feels like something I already know. standing here so comfortably, like you've been waiting patiently. And suddenly it doesn't feel like I could lose you if I speak. I don't need a perfect line, I don't need the timing right. So I'll say it now while it feels this clear. I love you in the simplest way, with nothing held back, nothing feared. I don't need forever, I don't need to know how. I just know I love you, so I'll say it now. I like the way my days behave when I imagine you might stay. Not in a promise, not a plan, just knowing you could hold my hand. I'm not asking for a vow, I'm not asking you to choose. I'm just letting something true finally come loose. If you feel it too, you can take your time, but I'll say it now with a steady heart. I love you without asking for anything to start. You don't owe me answers, you don't have to bow. I just wanted you to know, so I'll say it now. Some loves don't crash or burn, they settle in. They learn how to feel like home. So I'll say it now and let it be something warm and honest between you and me. Whatever comes after, I'm ready somehow. I didn't rush, I didn't hide, I love you, and I'll say it now. You smile, I breathe out. If you say it doesn't feel dramatic, it doesn't feel new. It feels like something gentle I already knew. I wake up a little lighter, the room feels wide, like someone opened windows I'd forgotten were inside. I don't question every moment, I just let it stay. Loving you feels like spring does, soft sun on my face, time moving gently, warming every place. Loving you feels like a quiet breeze moving through me naturally. We talk about the smallest things, and somehow that's enough. Your hand finds mine so easily, like it's always been us. I'm not counting days ahead, I'm not wondering what's next. I'm just smiling at the way you look at me. Everything feels open without asking why. Loving you feels like spring does, light pouring just trust this gentle start, this growing light. I breathe you in, the season stays. Loving you feels this way. Loving you feels this way. We don't do anything special. We just walk until we're tired. Talk about the people passing, laugh about the things we like. The street feels softer somehow when you're next to me, like the day is taking notes on how it's supposed to be. I used to chase the feeling, now it meets me where I am. These ordinary days with you feel warmer than they should. Nothing planned, nothing new, still everything feels good. I don't need a reason, I don't need a view. I just like the way the day behaves when I'm with you. Coffee going cold between us. We forget to check the time. Your shoulder finds mine easily, like it's learned the line. I notice how I'm quieter in the nicest way, like my heart has stopped asking what comes next today. I don't try to make it last, I just let it pass. These ordinary days with you move gently as they go. Nothing loud, nothing true, just something nice. I know I don't need excitement, I don't need a clue. I just like the way the world feels when I'm with you. Maybe love isn't fireworks, maybe it's this, a steady light I don't wanna miss it. These ordinary days with you are better than I knew. They don't shine, they don't prove, they just quietly come true. If this is all it ever is, I'd still choose to stay in these ordinary days with you. In this ordinary way, the sun goes down, we keep talking, nothing waits. Nothing waits. Cherry blossoms in your hair, caught in sunlight floating there. You looked at me and something eased, like winter finally chose to leave. Petals circling on the breeze, soft as laughter, soft as ease. I held your gaze a little longer, and my heart felt lighter than before. I used to hold my feelings tight, today they open like the sky. I say you will stay sidewalk turns to song. When you are here, the day feels long. A petal lands upon your sleeve. You brush it off and then you see the way my eyes keep giving in to every quiet thing you mean. Your name tastes sweet upon my breath, like spring arriving, nothing left to prove. Say you will stay through blossom weather. Let April lean into forever. Let pink confetti paint the street while your hand finds mine so easily. If love can bloom in simple hours, let ours be cherry blossom flowers, falling gently, warm and true, always landing back to you. When the blossoms fade away, when the green replaces pink, hold my heart the way you do. Let every season keep this thing. Stay with me through blossom weather. Let this feeling grow together. Let the sunlight learn our names. Let the breeze repeat the same. Love that blooms in quiet hours. Love like cherry blossom flowers, falling softly, bright and new, always finding its way to you. Petals drift, the evening glows, your hand in mine, and springtime knows. Try not to let that down. The air feels different by the shore, cooler than it was before. Your shadow dances next to mine, like the day has learned our time. The sun moves softly on the waves, silver lines begin to play. I catch myself just standing still, watching light do what it will. Every thought feels easy now, like it's learned to float. I love you in this early summer, when the light touches the water, when the breeze knows where to go, and the afternoon moves slow. I love you in this gentle shine, where your hand fits into mine, like the sea and sky align, in this quiet golden time. Clear and bright, then back again. Salt and sunlight on your skin, every moment settling in. We don't need to say too much, everything is clear enough. The world feels open, wide and kind, like it's giving us more time. I don't chase the feeling down, it stays with me. I love you in this early summer, where the days feel light as wonder, where the ocean softly glows, and the warmth is balanced just so. I love you where the hours bend, neither rushing nor pretending, like the sea keeps meeting land, over and over, hand in hand. If seasons change the way they do, I hope they carry me with you, from blossoming streets to open seas, every shade of blue and green. I love you in this early the sparkle in the color when the sunlight finds our eyes and the moment feels just right. I love you where the water shines, where your smile meets the sky, like the calm before the heat. This is where my heart feels free. The waves repeat, the light stays true. Early summer here with you. It felt like summer, learning my name. Light on the water, warm and untamed. We didn't hurry the afternoon. It drifted around us, bright and in tune. Your laughter moved with the tide, clear as the sky opening wide. I stood there thinking the day might stay, like it understood us that way. I can't recall every sound, just how my chest lifted off the ground. When I think of you, my heart remembers how it learned to beat like that. Those dreamlike hours by the water still shimmer every time I look back. It was light, it was true, it was more than I ever knew. When I think of you, my heart remembers summer. Salt on our skin, sun in our eyes. Time felt generous, soft and kind. We spoke in glances, half-finished lines, like meaning arrived before the signs. I didn't question what it could be. Joy stood right there, smiling at me. Some moments asked to be felt, not held, and that was the magic I knew so well. Even now, it finds me fast, that gentle spark from the past. When I think of you, my heart remembers that easy, breathless start. Those golden minutes by the shoreline still flutter open in my heart. It was warm, it was bright, it still glows every time when I think of you. My heart remembers summer. Maybe it lived for just that day. Maybe it chose to drift away. Yet every time the light turns blue, that feeling rises, fresh and new. When I think of you, my heart remembers how joy can come and stay. Those dreamlike waves, that shining water still dance inside me that same way. It was real, it was free, it still wakes something up in me when I think of you. My heart remembers summer. of my